Good morning, guys. So right now we're actually going to be heading over to Bryant's house. He's the owner of the right-hand drive EF9, the one I'm supposed to be doing that coolant system on. He also owns an R32. You guys seen it in the video already, doing a few passes. So we're going to be heading over there, going and getting that tucked radiator put on and removing his turbo kit, because he's had plenty of issues with that car. So instead of working on the EK today, we're gonna go help him and get that tucked radiator on, because he doesn't really know how to do the radiator lines and those AN lines. So let's go ahead and head over there and just have some fun and help him get that car running so that he could actually enjoy it. So we're gonna be taking the DA and let's just see what we can get done. Actually, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is take my charger with me, so that way if we need to charge more batteries, then we can. But yeah, I also threw on the Mugen M7 just to see what it would look like, and I'm honestly very well digging the way this car is gonna look. I'm actually in love with it. Hopefully we can get the doors painted and the trunk painted and everything else painted soon, so that way it would be all one color. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, guys. You guys dig the wheels and the vibe that we're going for, or that I'm actually going for? So let me know. But yeah, let's go ahead and head to Bryant's house.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip, and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning.
Alright guys, so he just got here. He's already got started on it, and pretty much got the cooling system off. But like I said, we're gonna go ahead and remove the turbo kit, because this turbo kit has caused them way too many issues. Plus it's more of a ghetto one, where it already has this one on, this whole mechanism on it. So if we upgrade later on, we're gonna do it right and get rid of all of this, because there's just way too many lines for this, and this car doesn't even make that much power. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and avoid all the overheating issues, and finally he can drive it. So we're gonna get ahead and get this. So if you guys don't remember who this guy is, on the last video, he's actually the owner of the GTR that did that pull when Dana came down. So as you can tell, he has a collection. If any of you guys are interested, he is selling this car. It is a USDM, you know, chassis, but with the whole JDM front end. Has the interior, has bronze glass, has the JDM hood. Unfortunately, it's just a different color hood. It's actually coming off of that car over there, because he swapped over the carbon fiber hood to that one. So yeah, let me know if any of you guys are interested. I'll put his link in the description, that way you guys can hit him up, and don't lowball him, guys. So pretty much the issue we're having is these headers. These headers might have to end up going, unfortunately. So we're just gonna see if we may find a 4.1 without the design, just straight standard one looking ones, so that we can get the clearance. Because issues we're having is headers touching the T-bar, and we didn't consider that happening. So we're gonna leave it the way it is. Either way, the hood still needs to be adjusted. We're probably gonna have to open these up a little bit, because since this hood came off of the other car over there, it's not aligned correctly. So something else we're gonna have to do, but we might have to switch out those headers.
I'll make it work.
That's what you say now. So inch and a quarter, and this is basically an inch. So bending the brackets, you just gotta get the brackets bent. You gotta make some brackets. Now we can make it this way and go like that. So we can go from here down. This will make something from here to here. Yeah, we're gonna have to either fabricate some brackets.
You said possibly another one at the bottom, right here.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is, I got metal at home, but we either have to go there, and then that way we can make the brackets from here to here and bend out. We can drill and tap. We can put the rivets, here, and then that way the brackets can come up and come on if you want to get rid of them later on. But we'll put 2 rivets. We'll make the bracket so that way the radiator can actually sit on it. So that way you don't have no issue. You know what I'm saying? So once we make those holes, we just gotta bend it in L shape. The metal's pretty hard. So well, it looks like we can't finish today because of this guy. He's never prepared.
Nope.
No. So what we got to do is we got to modify the radiator. I'm gonna take that with me so that I can make brackets. So I'm gonna end up drilling here later on to make the brackets to hold the radiator in place. Then also do the ones over here. Hey, bro, I'm recording.
Oh, my bad.
So I gotta make a bracket, no bracket, come here to hold on to the bracket to the radiator, so that way it'll hold here on the sides, and then it'll have the leverage to maintain the radiator up in position. We also gotta cut the top of the bumper in order to get it. You can twist it around full, he can tighten that shit. So we have to cut this section right here. So since the car was turbo, they did cut a little bit of it for the old radiator that was set up that was in it. But we got to cut all this piece here. So what I'm going to do is go back home, and I'll probably continue on this tomorrow after we get back, or another day. But because he's not in a rush to get it done, and I got to be busy today. So this is as much as we were able to get done, which isn't a lot of progress at all. So you guys will probably have to stay till part 2. But we did put the Speed Factory swirl pot on, the thermostat housing from here, and then once I get the brackets made, then the radiator will be pretty much finished up at the end. In order to continue moving on, we still got to finish the exhaust setup because he's adamant of keeping these headers. So we got to modify the T-bracket a little bit to clear here on the ram horn section, which is, so it needs to be grinded. So once this is on, then this corner right here where this hole is at has to be grinded out, so that way it makes the clearance here, and then also on the bracket, the lever pull, so that way he has enough room. Because right now, if this were to sit, it sits like this and it hits on here, so it's gonna have to be grinded out a little bit to make the extra little clearance that we need. But little by little, we're gonna go ahead and clean up this engine bay, because the Australian Chunti beaner, Australian beaner, ended up doing all these rainbow colors on it, and so we're gonna go ahead and try to make this a lot better looking, repaint all this silver again, make sure it just gives it a better look, and then we're also gonna powder coat the valve cover also, so that way everything flows and it doesn't look like a rainbow in there, because I'm not sure about his true feelings, but you know, this is a bit too much. This is just way too much for me.
Stop.
You know, so once we do all that, we should be golden. I gotta look for the cap for the turbo feed to block off on the back of the block. So once all that's done, then the car can be ready for fire up. But yeah, we'll probably continue on another video, guys, and that's gonna do it for this one.
Peace.
Alright guys, so basically we just got back, and honestly there was not a lot of work done to that car. Our main goal today was honestly just to start removing the turbo kit and try to get the radiator set up fully installed. Unfortunately, we did run into issues. The issue number one was the T-bracket. It does not fit the header, so he's gonna have to modify that. And right now it is very hot. I got over there early in the morning, and it is hot since 7 o'clock in the morning. I got there at 6 o'clock, 6:30. So it's very hot here in California. So we tried doing whatever we could do today, even though we're not working in the shade. That was the goal. That's what I will try to do, because I'm fat, as I stated, and you know, I don't do good in the heat. So we got what we got done so far. There's some brackets that are gonna have to be made, just due to the fact that usually this tucked radiator should fit flush with the radiator support. Unfortunately, it looks like this car was crashed. The owner did not even realize that, because he's never taken off the front bumper. He used to have an intercooler in the front. It used to be turbo and everything else until we took everything off today, and that's when we noticed that the car was crashed. He wasn't told that by the importer. Supposedly it was checked by one of his guys where the car came from. I think it came from New Zealand or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but this is a true right-hand drive EF9, and it was not converted. So he did pay a good money for it, and at the end of the day, you know, unfortunately we found this issue. So we're just gonna go ahead and try to make the best of it. We're gonna go ahead and try to just make sure that this car can run cool, being all motor, no more turbo. He did put the kit up for sale because he's not going to want that anymore. And as we were doing things, basically we came up with the full game plan today of what we're going to do. So what I got to do now is pretty much make new brackets for the tuck radiator. They're going to have to kind of be like a U shape, so that way we can mount it to the radiator support. And then we're also going to be making brackets to where it'll lock upwards right here on the corner on each side, so that way it'll have some support on the bottom and it won't just depend on the side brackets. So once I make those today, I'm gonna get to making that today. We'll probably start another video on that, getting it fully installed. We already have the lines, we already have the AN fittings, we already have everything pretty much there, mocked up. So we are gonna be doing this in sections, as we want to get it running first, turned on, because we got to take off the feed line from the block to the turbo, and we're going to put the knock sensor back on that location, so that way it's plugged up and it's back to an original thread pitch. So that way we eliminate that already, and then from there get the car turned on, get the exhaust done on it, and once we can get it fully running, then we are going to go ahead and address the cooling system, such as the fans. We're going to have to make a relay system so that way we can run both fans and they both turn on at a certain amount of temperature. So hopefully on the next couple of videos we'll get that done, and we'll go back and get all that installed. From there we're going to go ahead and address a lot of what I call chunti, you know, paisa stuff. Is that the old owner did so much stuff to this in different colors. I don't know if he was trying to create a rainbow or what he was trying to do, but it just looks disgusting in my opinion. But even my homie agrees with it, so we're gonna go ahead and get a lot of stuff powder coated. We're gonna swap some other stuff up from that other EF9 that he has back onto this right-hand drive, because it's all universal, because it's the RB series motors. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and that way we can make this engine bay a lot cleaner than what it is. Unfortunately, the block is gonna have to stay orange, which is unfortunate. Yeah, we can sand it down and everything else, which we might do after we get the car running, but it's still up to him of what he wants to do. But pretty much, guys, that is going to wrap it up for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little of us just messing around trying to get this car running, and you guys see that there's going to be another project on the video on the channel, and just trying to help them out and get that car done. So there will be a part 2 to this, getting that finished up, and stay tuned to when that one drops, guys. So with that being said, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Till next time.